can I choose what school I want to go to? If I buy this house because I love this neighborhood, but I want my kids to go to this particular school. No, that is not how it works in our area of Georgia.
Hey, everybody, we are here to talk about understanding schools in coastal Georgia. If you're planning on buying a house in coastal Georgia, I'm sure you've already been Googling schools and maybe realizing it's not quite as simple as you thought it was going to be.
So something we hear all the time from people is, can I choose what school I want to go to? If I buy this house because I love this neighborhood, but I want my kids to go to this particular school. No, that is not how it works in our area of Georgia. Not at all. So sorry. The truth is, in Georgia, schools are in districts, and the county decides, not the city, the county decides which kids at which addresses go to which school, and it changes. It's not always the same. Sometimes, at the beginning of the school year, they'll announce like, hey, by the way, we redrew the districts. Most of the time you have warning and they go through the process and they get input and feedback, but it's ultimately up to them, up to the county school board, where those district lines are going to be drawn.
So this video is kind of a starting point of us walking you through how public schools are structured here, what type of schools are available, and how to find accurate information.
Just a quick heads up. Can't talk today. We are not here to tell you which school is the best for you. That is an individual choice. It is not one school is better than the other. Not all schools fit every person and every family. So you have to find the one that fits you. So that's what we're here to do, is to give you information on the school so that you can make a better informed decision.
Correct, because we hear all the time from people, well, what house is this? What neighborhood is this? Excuse me, good grief, I can't talk either, obviously. If we buy in this neighborhood, what school will we go to? And what do you think about that school? And we tell people all the time, like, go to the websites, But so this will just help you a little bit in finding exactly where you need to be. And if you're relocating and planning a move or just researching the schools, this is our first video in our Coastal Georgia school series. So how schools are organized in Georgia.
So schools in Georgia, in our area, so Bryan County, Chatham County, Effingham, Liberty. Did I miss any? Is that all of them? I think that's it.
Yes, and
that's most of them. Long County, if you're down.
Public schools. Because then we have a good mix of private schools also.
Yes. And then each one of those counties offers different options for charter schools, and then magnet schools, which are two also other options. Yes. But that's mostly Chatham. Chatham offers those, and Liberty has another one that is like a STEM academy. Whereas Chatham County has liberal arts academy. It has a STEM academy, different options in there. And all of those schools are the ones that you have to apply, be accepted, and meet certain criteria.
Each of these school districts assigns schools based on your home address. There's no traditional choice of school. You can't generally just pick the school you want to go to unless there's an application-based program, like Erin was just talking about, the STEM or the art schools or whatnot. And those are things that you would have to apply for.
If you are questioning whether or not an address goes with a specific school, each district has a district map that you can type in the address of the house that you're thinking about purchasing, and then it should pull up where it's going to be for the current districting lines. So
that's really nice. So you're never confused. It's really nice that you can go in and type that in and say, okay, where will my kids go to school?
It's also probably a good idea to make sure that you look through the school board notes to make sure that they're not discussing any kind of redistricting. Usually all of those are published within 30 days of them having the meeting. I say usually. You can look up their minutes. You can probably go onto a Facebook page, actually, and join one of the district's Facebook groups for whatever
sure
was. I know Richmond Hill, Pooler, Chatham County, they have a ton of parent Facebook groups that you can join and get all the tea.
Even if you're just on the community page and not necessarily the specific school page, if you go in and say, hey, I'm looking at this neighborhood, you'll have a lot of people say, hey, I can talk to you and help, message me, just to get it from a parent who already has kids there, maybe. And you can find those links to each district zoning map and contact information in the video description.
Thanks. And while we're talking about that, if you want more information about schools, you want to make sure that you like and subscribe to our channel. As we go through this series, you may be like, oh, I never knew that was possible. Didn't know that was something that Georgia schools had.
Well, first, you've got your public zone schools. These are free and is assigned based on your home address. You don't have to apply to these schools. You're automatically assigned by each district like we were kind of talking about.
Yeah, so that is Chatham, Bryan, Liberty, Hinesville, Fuller. Oh, talk about Chatham County. So Chatham County also has Savannah, like all of that lumped together. So Fuller, Savannah, the islands, like all of that is all controlled by Chatham County schools. It's all on that one Chatham County website. It can be a little overwhelming when you first go to it because it's
a lot overwhelming because you don't expect all that to be Chatham County. When I first moved here, everything was broken down more so where I came from, like by little cities. So it was much different. And then I got here and I'm like, oh God, all this is like Chatham County or Savannah, even though it's really not. But when you first start looking, it feels like it all is, and it's kind of overwhelming.
We joke, locals joke that it's the state of Chatham.
Yes, that's what it feels like. Yes, 100%.
Yeah, they have a huge budget, huge school systems. Yes. But with the huge school system, you get a lot of choices. I volunteer and have a small group of girls at our church, and there's probably 4 or 5 of them that go to Savannah Art, and they love it. 2 of them want to do graphic design or something with animation, and that's exactly what they're getting in their high school education. They go to graphic design classes. They are learning Adobe Premiere. They're learning Illustrator. All of the tools that they're going to need in their profession, they're already learning in high school, which is pretty stinking awesome.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yes. So magnet school programs are another option. These are public schools with a focus. So kind of like Erin was talking about, the STEM, the fine arts, ID, and you apply through these through the district.
Yes. So those are highly sought after. Something you need to do early on in your process. If you know that you want that to be an option for your kids, you have to have an address, but you need to apply early on in the process to be able to get them in, and they have to go through a testing. Like my girls in my group, they submitted an art portfolio. They took a test, like an aptitude test, to make sure that they actually were artistically based and brained and whatever.
That's where I fell out.
You were like stick figures.
Hey, my circle looks like a square.
Yeah. I would have loved that in high
She
school.
would have done great, and I would have not. Okay. You know, we all have different paths.
It even has like one of them is doing what's it, the clothes, like where you make clothes.
Design.
It's design, but it's another
Fashion.
Oh, there it is. Fashion design and marketing is like her focus. It's pretty, I know, I am not fashion oriented. If you know me, I am like, hey Mo and Ashley, does this look okay? And Parrish.
I mean, you came as a day and we were like, you look so cute. And we were like, oh,
One day out of the month.
One time.
I tried. Now it's all downhill from here.
All downhill. Tomorrow you'll be in leggings and a sweatshirt. It's fine. But we got lots of private school options here also.
Oh yeah, talk about private schools. That's something I don't have experience in, but you do.
But I do. So we have St. Anne's Catholic School in Richmond Hill, Savannah Christian in Savannah, Calvary, Country Day. So there's lots of different options on private schools if that's the route that you're wanting to go. There are a lot of people that are very much like, I want my kids in this type of school. We have people move here all the time and they're like, look, like we want private school. We want to love our house, but we don't care about the commute to private school or whatnot. So that might be something that you'd be looking for. All right. So we also have a big range of private schools. We have like St. Anne's here in Richmond Hill. We have Savannah Christian School, Country Day, Calvary. We have a lot of people that move to the area and they're like, look, I want to love my house, but I definitely want my kids in private school. We have St. Vincent's, lots of options for private school. Like even out at Ivy, they have Tybee Island. Academy, which is a public school, but you still have to apply for it. So lots of people get that confused. So there's lots of options. It's always good to get on these websites and search and see. I know when we moved here, like Erin said earlier, it was a little overwhelming, but I'm glad that I did get on the website and search. And, that was many, many, many years ago. So they've improved a lot. Like the search of being able to type in your address and find out the neighborhood, like that's super cool to me because it was not like that when I moved here many years ago.
And then also we'll put the links to some of the schools so you don't have to like search for them in the comments and in the video description too. Just because when I was doing research for this, I was like looking for some of this stuff. I'm like, oh my gosh, why are they hiding it? Like, don't they want people to go to their school? Like, stop hiding the stuff. So I'll put it down there, what I found. And then also there's a couple of different places you can go to see all of the data, like all of the testing data and the demographic data. And
I'm their teacher side talking.
Yeah, the teacher side. I'll put all of those too, like the things that we as teachers used to use to, because we knew we were getting graded based on certain things. I'll put that down there too. So you can like click and research schools.
And we have a lot of homeschooling options here in Georgia. Like families can register with the state and join like hybrid programs. And there's a lot of like homeschool field trips and groups that get together and do a lot with the homeschool family. Even like kids that homeschool and still do sports.
Yeah.
In schools.
Yeah. So my husband's the athletic director at the middle school. And so he talks to parents a lot about, okay, this is what you have to sign up for. We need to do this and this and this, but it is a process. It's not like you show up the day of, football tryouts. And I'm like, hey, my kid's homeschooled, but I want him to like play football.
But the fact that those options are available are really, really nice. And a lot of people don't know that if you...
No.
Yeah.
Homeschool co-ops, they like meet every Thursday or every whatever. And then the kids that are homeschooled go and they do lessons together and they go do field trips together and all kinds of fun stuff too. So I have several homeschool girls in my high school group that they're like, oh yeah, our co-op went to Tybee Island for the day. I'm like, that must be nice.
It's a great way to spend our school day.
Oh yeah, I'd have loved that. I begged when I was in middle school, Mom, can I please be homeschooled? I want to be homeschooled.
I know, me too. But the options weren't available like there are now. Like now it's like you're still involved with the community and with students and still get to do things that wasn't an option when you and I were in school.
Well, like online school wasn't even a thing. And now that's even like your homeschooling.
Online wasn't an option when we were, no, it wasn't, because you could barely dial up internet with, like, I mean, come on now. Like, could you imagine trying to do online classes when we had dial up internet? Come on now.
With the AOL.
A little running man trying to create an internet connection. Yeah, online was not an option back then.
We sound ancient. We are 50, 60, 80. We grew up in the 50s.
We grew up in the 1920s, back when we were a horse and buggy. Yeah, no. But if schools matter to you during your home search, there's a few things that you should keep in mind. Don't assume anything about zoning. Verify it with the district. Like, make sure you're right. Don't be like, oh, well, I heard that this neighborhood goes to this school. No, verify it. School ratings are a starting point, but they're not the whole story. Yeah, Erin said, join the Facebook pages, talk to other parents, and make sure. And some programs are only available at certain schools, but you may need to apply for some of those. And commute times. Look at your commute times and see what it takes, especially if you have kids at different schools. Like, how long is it going to take you to get from this school to this school? And new neighborhoods, they might be rezoned before the neighborhood is finished or after the neighborhood is finished, depending on how growth works.
If it's a big neighborhood and they're going to add, 1,000 kids to a school, they're going to probably redistrict when it's finished, even though at the beginning phase, there may be only like 50 kids. So they don't have enough of the children to redistrict. Yeah. It's always a good thing to ask in those Facebook groups too about the commute times, because a lot of those moms have done the multi-school and they can give you moms, dads, aunts, uncles, babysitters, whoever's, can give you a good idea about like the drive times. Some of our Savannah traffic is very unique, and even though, your map app may say it's only 7 miles, well, that 7 miles may be from where, and it's going to take you 45 minutes to get there.
Actually, 9.8 miles from the schools where my girls go, and some days it takes us 18 minutes and some days it takes us an hour. So it just depends on traffic. So make sure you're always asking those things because, like she said, your map out might be like, it's 9 minutes or 9 miles. And where I came from, 9 miles should take me like 15 minutes. No, not anymore. Not some days. But this is just a starting point. And over the next few weeks, we're going to walk you through each district, Bryan, Chatham, and Liberty, and help you get a better understanding of what to expect from each school.
And like I said, if you want to dive deeper, I'm going to put some links in the description for you and also in the comments if you have any other like great resources that you've found because you've moved here or you're in the process of researching. Please feel free to comment and put it below too. Help each other out. We are happy for you to share what you've learned in the process too, just like we did. So also make sure you subscribe so that you can see the rest of this series on all of the counties and the specific things that each of the county offers. So next up is we're going to do Bryan County next.
Thanks for watching and don't forget to subscribe.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to view these videos and other ones we put out.